No, not in there. No, where did I put my torches? Hello! Would you stop doing that?
I just came to see how things are going.
Yeah, they're great. Super. I'm having a great time.
Oh, don't be like that. Show me what you've built. I can't wait to see the majestic, wondrous, glorious... Lawrence, what is this?
You wanted a Greek build? I give you a Greek build. I'll be taking my sandwich back if you don't mind.
You're not getting off the hook that easily.
Hey, I did my best.
Oh, please. I know you could do better than this.
Fine. What do I build?
Well, start with the mountain. It's got to punch through the sky all the way to the top of the world. The rocks should be covered in amber grass and a temple should sit at the top. Then clouds swirling around the peak. And don't forget the winding path that wraps around the mountain and make sure it's paved in gold. Then a waterfall pouring out the side and crashing into a lake below, which feeds into a lower lake and river that surrounds Olympus and then feeds into a third lake. Then don't forget a bridge so you can travel across. And then you gotta include a coliseum where the tournament can take place. Then at the bottom of Olympus, build a city with buildings, gardens, markets, and pavilions. And don't forget a gift shop at the bottom. Nothing sells better than Olympus merch. Then populate the whole thing with golden trees, roses, pink petals, and plenty of foliage. You wrote this all down, didn't you? Never mind. You can keep the diorama.
This is the face of a stupid man. I want you to take one guess at which member of the Whimsicraft server just spent forever hanging out with other Whimsies, having a great time, doing a lot of progress, and forgot to check if his microphone was recording. If you guessed this guy, you'd be right. There was so much footage that I can't use anymore because it all looks like this.
Yeah, go. Oh, he's in?
That was me water bucket clutching from world height, by the way. Guess you'll never know if I made it or not. Of course I did. I'm very skilled at this game. If you want to see the full thing, I imagine it'll be on James's next video. I'll put a link in the description to his channel, so keep an eye out for when that video drops. But one thing that I did want to include was this portion, where I purchased a bulk pass from James to have free access to the orange wool at his shop.
And I am okay with that. Alright, so yeah, you can steal however much orange wool you need from here or even in the farm itself.
That just seemed like something important that I should include in this video, just so that nobody accuses me of theft when they see me doing this. Oh, and check this out.
How about this? Do this.
No!
And I'll do that.
And this is the tower that we did the water bucket clutching from. It goes all the way down to bedrock down there. Actually, I wonder if I can still do it. Hang on. I'm gonna try to do it again. See if I still got it. Come on. Okay, we're good. And... oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I still got it. Oh, I still got it. There's also these little pockets of water that I think I can still land in. Maybe? What I meant to say was that I can land in these just fine. See? Not a problem. Man, that feels good. Alright, let's head back to the base, and I can kind of start talking through the plan. The server looks beautiful from up here at night. Holy moly. I'm using a mod called Atmospherics that allows me to have colored fog, and holy cow, I don't think I could ever play without it again. And I'm not sure if you've noticed, but this mountain has been shaved clean of all trees. They are all gone, and that is because this is where we are building Mount Olympus, and I needed these trees gone so that I had a clean slate to work with. It's going to be very, very big, and it's going to be very, very fun. And hopefully Hermes likes it, because I don't think he liked this one very much. I am so sick. I am so sick right now. So please bear with me. I had a cold, and I couldn't do anything yesterday. Look at this color palette. We got color palettes. This is a basic stone palette, just going from mud to smooth basalt to pale oak wood to cobbled deep slate, acacia wood, tough, stone, and andesite. This is andesite. I kept wanting to call it diorite. I'm so sick. So these are the different shades of gray that we are going to have. And then over here, we have a second color palette. We're going to be doing a custom biome and making the grass orange. And in order to do that, we are going to need a lot of orange wool, which we have an unlimited supply of, thanks to James. Orange concrete, and then smooth red sandstone, packed mud, and then dripstone blocks. And that transition will kind of work around here, where we will then transition into our grass colors. So everything should look pretty nice and smoothly transitioned. And in order to keep track of what farms we need, I have this task list. Oh my gosh, task list? I have a to-do list to keep track of everything. So we will obviously need a mud farm for all of this mud, and we'll need a wheat farm so that we can combine the mud with wheat in order to make the packed mud. Then we'll need a basalt generator so that we can get an infinite amount of smooth basalt. Pale oak farm and acacia farm. That's just a tree farm. I don't know why I put them as two different things, but that'll knock out 2 of the blocks in this color palette. Cobbled deep slate, we're just gonna have to go mine. Tough, we're gonna have to go mine. Stone and andesite. I got it. I remember. Stone and andesite are a little bit of a different case because we could just go mine for these, but there's something I want to try to explain to you, and I hope that it makes sense because I'm very sick right now. Stone and andesite are a little bit more of a different case because I could just go mining and just get a ton of it, but I kind of want to try a different approach. We could make a cobblestone farm and throw it into a super smelter. Now, I know you're probably like, wow, what a wildly inefficient way to get stone. You just have a silk touch pickaxe and you go crazy. And you can get a ton of it really, really quickly. Yeah, well, that may be true. But did you know that andesite is craftable? Andesite. Oh my gosh, andesite. There we go. Andesite can be crafted with cobblestone and diorite. And if you want to make diorite, you combine cobblestone with quartz. Well, this build is Mount Olympus. We're going to need a ton of quartz. So I need a bartering farm. And if we have a ton of quartz very easily, then I can combine it with the cobblestone from the cobblestone generator to make diorite, which then in turn I combine with more cobblestone to get andesite. And it's not the most efficient way, but it means I don't have to just mine out huge holes in the world and just leave massive holes for everybody to stare at and go, oh my gosh, what an eyesore. Does any of this make sense? I don't know if any of this makes sense. I'm so sick. So that means that we can finally get started on this build. Oh my gosh. So that means that we can finally get started on gathering materials. The first farm that we are going to make is our mud farm, and I think I'll probably do it like right over here somewhere. This is a design by ilmango. Let's see if I can remember how it works. Then I know this gets powered temporarily. Another repeater goes into that, and then yeah, that locks it, and then we can get rid of that. Okay. Got it. Of course, I've already done something wrong. I know that I need a dispenser facing this way. Is it like right here, I think? And then this goes here, like so. And then we'll do this, which runs into there perfectly. And I believe this is all of the mechanical work out of the way. We just need to fill it with dirt and water bottles. I have forgotten how absolutely satisfying the process of collecting sand is. And then we fill that up, and we now have a functional mud farm. Let's test to make sure this bad boy works. This is not going great. Oh dear. I see the issue here. My shovel's too good. I'm gonna go ahead and make a shovel that's not enchanted so that we don't have to worry too much about placing the dirt too quickly. I think this is working a lot better. I'm still pretty sure that diamond is too fast. Let's try an iron shovel instead. Oh yeah, this is better. This is doing much, much better. All right, I've enchanted this with Unbreaking 3 and Mending. We still occasionally have some loss, and I don't know whether that's just to do with latency or what, but occasionally, after sitting here for a while, if I go in and I look in the chest down here, there will be dirt. I don't know if it's just lag or whatever, and then we do lose a couple just right out of reach. But for the most part, I'm going to say this works. This is a working mud farm. I added a trap door here just because it was really annoying me that some of the mud was just out of reach. I hope that it works, but I don't know if it's gonna stop working now that I've done this, but it seems to be going just fine. So I think that modification is alright. They also like to get stuck kind of back in this corner, so I think that maybe I'll just leave a hole here just so that I can grab everything pretty easily. Oh, what did I just grab? Oh, I was feeling rather thirsty. All right, we could throw these back into there. Perfect. And we have a functioning mud farm. It works. I don't know how it works because I'm not a redstoner, but it works. So we can cross this off. Next up is the wheat farm, and I need a good place to do that. First things first, do I have any seeds? I have one. Grow, my little crop. Hey! He's bullying me. Bro, been living off fish. Yeah, actually. Alright, so we could check this one off as well. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. There is a much more efficient way to get wheat. So there's no wheat farm on the server that's like an automatic wheat farm, right?
I don't believe so.
Dang it, I have to make my own farm. Okay. The fastest way that I know of to get wheat passively is using villagers. That way I don't have to do anything manual. I could just kind of let it happen and then show up to reap the rewards. And fortunately, I do have a village right over here next to the base of where Mount Olympus is going to be. Unfortunately, I don't know if there are any villagers left. Okay, so there are a couple villagers right here. I think that is totally fine. We could probably even just make our wheat farm right here. There are a million different wheat farm designs utilizing villagers. Ow. There are so many different designs for villager. There are so many different designs for... You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Forget I said anything. This is going to be where the farm is, but I'm going to start with the stuff underneath it. The villagers are going to produce bone meal through these composters, which will then drop through the hoppers into the chests down here. This chest is going to be where we store all of our wheat, so we're going to want some kind of entrance underneath this so we have access to it. And then over in this corner, we are going to make our seed dropper mechanism. This essentially is a series of droppers that shoot seeds back up for the villagers to pick up and replant. And we'll put a chest on top like so. That'll come in later. And we actually want to block off these bone meal chests entirely. And then right here we are going to put 2 blocks of copper because we're going to turn these into copper golems. I just need to find some pumpkins. Target acquired. Oh, there's even a bee nest out here for me to collect. How nice. Bees are going to be very important for us later. Wait, hang on. There were pumpkins right next to us the whole time? You can't blame me, alright? I'm so sick. And then shear. Perfect. Alright, so this hopper is going to put things into this chest here. So everything else needs to lead to that hopper. Alright, all of the hoppers have been placed down. Let's put a slab right here so the chest underneath can still open, but everything else here is really going to be dirt, except for this spot, which is going to be our water source. So we're actually good to cover the rest of this back up with dirt and put our water source there. And let's take a trap door and just put it right there and just double check that this is still waterlogged. It is. Perfect. And we are now free to turn all of this dirt into farmland. This should be plenty of protection for the villagers, but it also allows us to look in and see. It lets us look in and see if there is anything going wrong with the villagers at any given point in time. Okay, so if I put these pumpkin seeds in this chest, yes. Perfect. Okay, so basically there's going to be the 2 villagers in here and they will be farming all of the wheat. And when they do, then the wheat and the seeds are going to be picked up by all of these hoppers. And they're all going to be funneled into this copper chest right here. And then the 2 copper golems are going to pick them up and sort them. There will be wheat in this one, so they know where to put the wheat. And then the seeds aren't going to go in this one, so they'll look for the next chest, which is this one. And since there's not going to be anything in this chest, their AI will tell them that this is the last chest that they can reach, therefore it's the last chest that they can check, and they will put the seeds in this chest, which will then be put through these droppers and then released back for the villagers to pick up and replant. Hopefully that made some kind of sense because I don't have the energy to do a retake. I am so sick. Come on out, fellas. Where on earth are you going? That's not at all where you're supposed to go. There's job blocks in here. You want a job? Come on down, get a job. All right, what if I cover up the hole? Is that any better? Now do you want a job? Go in, go in, go in, go in. Yep, that's it. No, what are you doing? Yes. 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 No. Job. Job? Yeah, job. Take the job. What are you doing? What are you doing? There are 2 perfectly good job blocks in there for you. Is it because it's nighttime? Do I need to sleep? Here, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. How about now? Yes. Okay, it was just because it was night. That's good. That's splendid. All right, so now we can look in and see our prisoners to make sure that they're doing a good job. Before we can plant any of these wheat seeds, we need to go down into the underworkings here and put 1 wheat right in this chest. That 1 piece of wheat lets the copper golems know that this is where the wheat goes, and then they won't be putting seeds in this chest. And then all the seeds will go into this empty chest over here. The whole place is full of wheat. Now we just wait. I think I'm gonna AFK overnight and just see how this thing does. It is now the next morning and I am still very sick. But it's been about 14 hours, so let's see how much wheat this farm has produced. You know what? Never mind. It was a stupid idea. It was a stupid farm. Who designed this thing anyway? Oh my gosh, I'm so sick.